Good morning, class. Today I'm going to be explaining lesson 25. So if you get your homework sheets out and your books and turn to page 153, okay? I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that. And so what number usage deals with is lesson 25. This is advanced numbers. And so it says at the very top, numbers are to be written as you want them to translate. If you want the word to translate, use the word outline. So that makes sense. We want a word to come out, you write letters, so it's in a word. But if you want the digits, the actual 1, 2, then you're going to use the number bar, okay? So very important that you all know the difference between the number bar and when you write the letters out, the numbers. For example, you're not always going to want the numbers to come out. So you've got, I had one dog, and you're going to write the word one, W-N, W-U-N, okay, for one. So, or if you want to say 18 for like a date, December 18, then you're going to write 1-8 with the number bar, okay? So very important that you distinguish between the two. So that's what this lesson is going to cover. So on the left side of page 153, you've got the numeral, and then you have the outline. So that just means you're using the number bar. And so if you see a slash like on 11, that just means it's going to be number 1 and then number 1 again. The slash means you come down, okay? So very important that you all see that. Also, like if you see a 2 for 21, you're going to write 2. The next stroke is the 1, okay? So that's what the slash represents. So all you're doing is writing the numbers using the number bar. Now the words. So for example, if we have the word 2, you're just going to stroke it out because you want it to come out in words, okay? 5 is going to be F long IV, okay? You've got to learn these. I can't stress how important they are. 7 is S-E-V-N because you have to be able to write them both ways. You have to be able to write a word and then just when you know to use the number bar. So this is really nice because like I myself don't know how to use the number bar. I just write the numbers out in words. So you all have 2 options, and I highly recommend that you pick up both. It just makes it easier. And believe me, the numbers are important because they say them so quickly that you all have to know how to write them, okay? So make sure that you read everything to yourself. That's page 153, going on to 154. Practice writing the following number digits and number words. This exercise is available as a computer tutor lesson number 2 STED. It is not available on audio. Okay, so ordinal numbers, so when you ever say first, second, third, fourth, fifth, so you're going to write the number first and then whatever ending goes with it. So we're going to write the 1 first and then the ending for the first is S asterisk for the ST. Okay, so most of these you have to come back with the ending. So like the TH, you just come back 10th, you come back T asterisk. So it's going to be 1, 0, and then T asterisk, and it'll give you 10th. Okay. So I'm looking at the first column on page 154. And so you have the English, the numeral, and then the outline, what your steno notes should look like. So just read everything, write them on your machine before you complete your homework assignment, understand it, make flashcards if you have to, and it's very useful, okay? Your numbers are so important. So on the second ordinal number, on the second group of words, the second column, we have first. You all know how to already stroke first is F-I-R-S asterisk. Second, third, fourth, fifth, F-I-F-T asterisk. So make sure you know how to write all those. If there are 2 strokes, you're going to see the slash and then the second stroke, okay? And then at the bottom of 154, it says note. When a number has a short form, that form has been used above. You can always write out the number outline more fully if you wish. 12 is T-W-E-V-L or T-W-E-L, come back V. I would prefer you write it in 1 stroke. Learn them in 1 stroke. You don't want to be stroking everything out. And then it says see the professional dictionary for acceptable options. So your dictionary will give you other options. That way you know if you're writing them correctly, if you've all purchased your professional dictionary, okay? But make sure that if there's a short way of writing the number and you know it and it makes sense to you, that you all learn it. I can't stress how important that is. Okay, going on to page 155, and this is kind of important, so make sure that you listen to it over as many times as you need to. So we've got at the very top, you're going to read these pages to yourself, 155, 156, and then you're going to listen to my lecture, make sure you understand it, okay? Number, punctuation, and symbols. The following are the number, punctuation, and symbols most commonly encountered in court reporting and text entry. So normal punctuation is where you want it to translate. So sometimes when you're writing numbers, when you have a series of figures, you're going to use what to separate them? A comma. So when they're saying exhibits 12, 15, 21, so all you write is RBGS to separate the numbers, okay? So you already know that. So you're going to write 1, 2, and then you're going to write comma, okay? So you know that already. But that's what you would use if you have just separation of numbers. You write the RBGS. For multiple item series, use commas and semicolons. So if it's like a big number series like 1992, comma, 48%, so you're going to stroke 4 and you're going to stroke 8. And then you're going to write percent as P-E-R-S-E-N-T, and then you're going to use the semicolon to separate those two, okay? F-R-B-G-S. So make sure that you know when you're separating the numbers, as in 48%, because then we have a year that comes after that, you're going to write the semicolon, okay? Percent is always written P-E-R-S-E-N-T. Make sure you know that. So read everything, make sure that you understand it. And then we're going on to the slash, okay, slash. So we've got the slash, which is S-L-R-B. And then you've got, remember the word slash is always going to be S-L-A-R-B. That's the word slash. But for the punctuation, we just take out the vowel and it's just S-L-R-B. Okay? S-L-R-B. That gives you the punctuation. Okay? It'll give you the slash. So the slash, it's for simple fractions, which may be written as a digit followed by a word or as digits separated by a slash. So when they say 1/2, you could write 1 and then half. Okay? Or, and it'll just already translate it for you. 2/3, you could write 2 and then thirds, okay? It'll already give it to you, the 2/3. Did that not come out? Oh, it came out together, sorry, that's what I'm like, what happened? So 2/3 would be 2 and then thirds, okay? So it'll separate it for you. And then you've got 1/4 is going to be the number 1 and then 4th. Remember, you're writing the numbers how you hear it, okay? So these are just ways of including your slashes. Or you could write, for example, 1/2, you could write 1, and then you could write slash and then 2. But why wouldn't you just write it in one stroke, okay? 1/2, you could write 1, sorry. I need to hit the PF to bring it, /2, okay? However you all want to do it, it's just giving you ways of writing your slash, very important. So when you want the fraction to translate as words, use the word outline for the number. Example, 1/3, you could write 1/3, or you could write 1/3 and 1/3, however you want. If you need the number, then write the number. If it's just, you know, the word number, if it's just the 1 and the 3 as digits, then use the number bar, okay? Complicated fractions. So let's go on to complicated fractions. Moving along, we've got the complicated fractions are always written with a slash. So when you have 99 hundredths, you're going to write 9, 9, and then you're going to write, sorry, always use your paragraph, it helps you out, slash, and then 1, 0, 0, okay, for 99 100ths, okay? So that's what this represents. You also use your slashes for dates. So when they say 1/10, gotta remember to hit that PF. So 1/10/44, okay? That's how it would work. Okay, so that's what the slash is for. And remember, when people testify in court, they don't say, I was born on 10/12. They don't say, I was born on 10/12. You need to remember to put these slashes in, okay? Very important. Going on, decimals. There are 2 points or types of decimals used with numbers. Since decimals are most often pronounced point, a variation of this word is used for the outlines. So when they say point, it'll make it easier for you to remember. Point is the word point. So if I put in P-O-I-N-T with the vowels, it's point. If I take them out, it gives you the point. Okay, so that helps remember it. So remember, we leave out the vowels and it becomes the punctuation. So we have, you got to read up on the points, very important. So you use P and T with an asterisk when you want the numbers closed up. Just think the asterisk is going to close it together. It puts it together. So if you want, like, for example, 1 point, remember I put the asterisk in, 11, then you put the asterisk and it'll attach it for the point. If I don't want it, like if it's at the very beginning of a group of words, then I'm going to hit, 0.5 is going to be point, and I leave out the asterisk, y'all, and then you're going to write 5. Okay? So notice the difference, and I promise the asterisk will attach them. The point is when it's at the very beginning and you don't put the asterisk in, you just leave it as it is. So make sure that you read everything. Hi. You know what, Sylvia? I'm recording another class right now. So if you want to log in later today at 4 o'clock, that'll be perfect. I'm in the middle of another class. Is that okay? Okay. Okay, you all. So continuing, we've got, it says at the very bottom, note, FPLT is a period and it looks the same as PNT with an asterisk and PNT without the asterisk, but translates with 2 spaces after and capitalizes the next word. Do not use final FPLT for decimals because it'll be wrong. So very, very important that you all not do that, okay? And now going on to the percent on page 156. Okay, we've got percent at the very top. So it says percentages are represented by writing percent if you want the word to translate, PKT if you want the percent symbol. So if we want the word, you're going to write percent. It'll give you the word. Okay, so we've got percent as the word, and then the second one is PKT for the punctuation symbol, okay? Remember that. Number, comma, so for big numbers, when you want it to keep attaching, you're going to use RBGZ, very important. So you're going to stroke 1, and then you're going to stroke for a big comma, RBGZ, and you're going to stroke 0, 0, 1. Okay, so notice for a big number, you stroke RBGZ. Very important, you all, that you stroke that, okay? Read everything, and it says, note that zeros must be written when writing numbers using the number comma. So the above method of writing large numbers will work with all CAT systems. Remember, a CAT system is a computer-aided system when using the Standard Translation Dictionary. Some CAT systems can accommodate a more efficient example combining words and digits method of writing large numbers as explained on page 161. So very, very important that you all access that, okay? Going on. So we've got spaces and numbers. Since numbers stick together until a word or other type of outline is written, they must be separated by a special number space, and it's written SPZ, some systems SPS, and if they appear with the space between them, unlike numbers, words translate with an automatic space in front of them. So anytime you want to use a space, you're going to write initial. Remember, so we write space like this, SP long A S, space is going to be either SPZ, and it'll give you a space in between the words, okay? It's SPZ. And I think most of you should just use the SPZ. And so without the SPZ, the first example would have translated as 15-foot pole. So you have to know when to use those spaces, okay? It says, note, this special space command works on most CAT systems, but not all. If your CAT system cannot translate a space, ask them what solution they recommend for this usage. Otherwise, you must correct the spacing during the scoping phase of producing the transcript. Whether or not you use a CAT system, you should use the SPZ to signify that a space should occur so you can read back and or transcribe your notes accurately. This S space or SPZ may also be used to space after a hyphen stroke HF because this hyphen also contains special formatting to connect to the preceding and following word. An alternative way of writing the hyphen with this space is HF with the asterisk. So hyphen, HF with an asterisk will also give you the space, okay? Just so you know. So that's very good to know. And then they give you some examples. Okay, so that's it. I just wanted to explain some of your homework. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dictate some of your writing assignments from last week, okay? So let's get ready for that. Get your machines hooked up and I will be right back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dictate 24. Okay, so I'm going to go to your homework page and dictate 24-3, 24-4 together. So let me give you some words that come out, okay? We've got suffer, S-U-F-R. Suffer is S-U-F-R. Frequent is freaked, F-R long E-K-T. Decay, 2 strokes. Dentist, 2 strokes, okay? You've got, what else? Quest, Q-E-S asterisk, quest. You've got strive, S-T-R long I-V, strive, S-T-R long I-V. You've got proof, P-R-A-O-F, proof, P-R-A-O-F. You've got wade, W long A-G, come back with the D, wade. You've got comment, K-M-E-N-T, K-M-E-N-T, comment. You've got purpose, P-U-R-P. You've got Blythe, B-L long I-T asterisk, B-L long I-T asterisk, Blythe. You've got truth, T-R long U-T asterisk, okay? T-R long U-T asterisk, truth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dictate these words and then I'm going to dictate them at 60 and 70 words a minute. So here we go. Write them on your machines. Make sure you're hooked up. Remember, this is just practice. Suffer, frequent, decay, dentist, quest, strive, proof, wade, comment, purpose, Blythe, truth, truth, Blythe, comment, purpose, wade, strive, quest, dentist, frequent, suffer, decay, strive, comment, truth, Blythe, plead. Let me write plead for you. It's P-L long E-D. Plead, P-L long E-D. And I'm going to start at 60 words a minute, you all. I'm on page 148. Try not to look anywhere. Have your machine set up. And here we go. If you just want to go to your machine portion, that's fine. That way you can look at what you're writing. Or you can break up the screen into two so you see me and you have your machine. But very important that you all just focus and look at the ground and then look at it afterwards and read it out loud, okay? So this is going to be 24-3, 24-4 at 60 and 70 words a minute. Here we go. Dentists believe teeth must be cleaned with care. This belief is the result of much work. They say we must strive for better tooth care, or we may suffer strife. The path to take is frequent brushing. This will fight tooth decay and get you a pat on the head from the dentist. What is the purpose of a court? A court is meant to be the place where truth is found. In this quest for truth, both sides try to prove their case. Each gives its view of the truth for the judge to consider. They strive to give proof and to be believed. In the quest for truth, the worth of each comment must be weighed with care. A blithe attitude is out of place. Each case is a grave matter to those who have come to plead. It may even be a matter of life and death. The truth must come first. Okay, so hopefully you all did all right. If not, look at your, it's the same paragraphs I dictated, 24.3, 24.4. Look at your mistakes, compare it to the book, and I'm going to go just a little bit faster, okay, at 70 words a minute. And here we go, you all, 70 words a minute, same material. Dentists believe teeth must be cleaned with care. This belief is the result of much work. They say we must strive for better tooth care, or we may suffer strife. The path to take is frequent brushing. This will fight tooth decay and get you a pat on the head from the dentist. What is the purpose of a court? A court is meant to be the place where truth is found. In this quest for truth, both sides try to prove their case. Each gives its view of the truth for the judge to consider. They strive to give proof and to be believed. In the quest for truth, the word of each comment must be weighed with care. A blithe attitude is out of place. Each case is a grave matter to those who have come to plead. It may even be a matter of life and death. The truth must come first. Keep listening to this as many times as you need to in order to ensure that you can get it accurately at these speeds, okay? I'm going to go ahead and go up to 80 words a minute. I think it'll help you all with your speed test, okay? Here we go, you all. 80 words a minute, same paragraph. Dentists believe teeth must be cleaned with care. This belief is the result of much work. They say we must strive for better tooth care, or we may suffer strife. The path to take is frequent brushing. This will fight tooth decay and get you a pat on the head from the dentist. What is the purpose of a court? A court is meant to be the place where truth is found. In this quest for truth, both sides try to prove their case. Each gives its view of the truth for the judge to consider. They strive to give proof and to be believed. In the quest for truth, the worth of each comment must be weighed with care. A blithe attitude is out of place. Each case is a grave matter to those who have come to plead. It may even be a matter of life and death. The truth must come first. Okay? And so make sure that you check your work compared to the book, okay? So you know what problem areas you have. And then I'm going to go to page 151, 24-1, 24-5, and I'm going to dictate it at 50, 60, and 70. Here we go. Words that come out, you have highways. Let me write highway for you is H-A-E, H-A-E, come back S. You have promise, P-R-O-M-S, proms. Transportation, T-R-P-G-S, transportation. You've got pollution is pollution, P-L-U-G-S. You've got construction is K-R-U-X with an asterisk, construction. You've got what else? So this is pretty easy. I think I'm going to go at 60. Sorry, 60 words a minute, you all. It's not as hard as I thought, okay? 60 words a minute, and this is 24-5, you all. Find a focal point, have your machines connected. Here we go. Our highways are becoming more and more congested. The exhaust fumes from cars are choking all of us. One would think this would be a big boost for public transportation. So far, it has not been. There is one reason for this cost. The cost has just been too high. Now, though, this is changing. New methods promise to reduce costs. New fears of pollution have brought a new crest to public demand. We have come to see that a capitalist nation needs public transportation too. We need it fast. We can no longer exist in the midst of a traffic jam. Now, all over the land, crews are blasting rock for new subways. Dust is flying as workers cast concrete rail beds. Commuters now pester politicians to speed up construction. Work is going forward with great haste. The quest is now on for even better ways. The thrust is toward new methods. Urbanologists and scientists are working for solutions. Helicopters, monorails, and air cushions are cars and are all being tested. A host of other devices are planned. If this work persists, motorists' anger may subside. Instead of traffic jams, we will have fast trains or buses to take us to and from work. Cars may be left to gather dust. Okay, that's a little tough. Just listen to it as many times as you need to, okay? Let me see if there's any words. Don't forget, exist is KP. IS asterisk, exist. KPIS asterisk, okay? And then you've got politician, POLTIGS. You've got construction is KRUX with an asterisk. Device is DW because a W acts as a V sometimes. DW long IS. And this is going to be at 70 words a minute. Find a focal point, look at the ground. Don't look at your notes because until afterwards, that'll throw you off. Here we go. Our highways are becoming more and more congested. The exhaust fumes from cars are choking all of us. One would think this would be a big boost for public transportation. So far, it has not been. There is one reason for this: cost. The cost has just been too high. Now, though, this is changing. New methods promise to reduce costs. New fears of pollution have brought a new crest to public demand. We have come to see that a capitalist nation needs public transportation too. We need it fast. We can no longer exist in the midst of a traffic jam. Now, all over the land, crews are blasting rock for new subways. Dust is flying as workers cast concrete rail beds. Commuters now pester politicians to speed up construction. Work is going forward with great haste. The quest is now on for even better ways. The trust is toward new methods. Urbanologists and scientists are working for solutions. Helicopters, monorails, and air cushion cars are all being tested. A host of other devices are planned. If this work persists, motorists' anger may subside. Instead of traffic jams, we will have fast trains or buses to take us to and from work. Cars may be left to gather dust. Okay? And so make sure you read everything to yourselves. That was at 70 words a minute. So let's write motorist. You got to stroke it out first. Motorist. Okay? No. Long O. Okay? So M long O T-O-R-I-S asterisk. Okay? Motorist. And now we'll go on to 24-6. And it's going to be at 70 and 80 words a minute. Remember, just a minute, no. At 60 and 70, okay, 60 and 70. So here's some words that come out. You've got river is just R-I-V-R, one stroke. You've got baseball is Babel. You've got relaxation is relaxation. No. Here we go. Relaxation. I think you have to put the asterisk in. Yes. Okay. You've got hounds. You can write one stroke. H-O-U-N-D-Z. Hounds. H-O-U-N-D-Z. You've got earth is E-R-T asterisk, E-R-T asterisk. Okay, and this is going to be at 60 words a minute. Okay, here we go. You'll find a focal point. This is going to be 60 words per minute. Find a focal point, y'all. Here we go. 60 words a minute. A river often has a life of its own. From the spring which gives birth to its mouth. There are all sorts of fascinating things. The river can be a path for commerce. Down it come boats filled with cloth, knives, sheaves of grain, and so forth. Along its waters run roads on which the goods move from the river to the towns. There is also other life on the river. In the summer, local youths swim in it. They explore the caves and old forts which border it. They catch baseballs with their mitts by its sides. Their elders enjoy a breath of cool air by the smooth flowing waters. Sitting by the river, old men and women may give new life to myths and legends about the river. Ghosts will float from graves. Escaped slaves trailed by hard-breathing hounds run through the woods once more. Old tales of strife and fights with gun and knife are retold. The river is more than just rushing water. It is part of the lives of the people who live beside it. It is full of work and festive times. It is a place where one can find both relaxation and relief from boredom. There is no place on earth quite like the river. Remember, roads is R long O-D-S. You can write it in one stroke, roads. And then there was one other I wanted to give you. Woods, you can write it in one stroke, W-A-O-D-Z. Legend is a brief, you all. I hope you remember. It's L-E-J-D. Legend. I think you can write L-E-J-D-Z for the S. Yes, you can add that in one stroke. And there was one more, and goods, G-A-O-D-Z, goods, one stroke. And this is going to be at 70 words a minute. I'm not finding the word I was going to give you. So maybe I'll find it right now, okay? Here we go, 70 words a minute. A river often has a life of its own. From the spring which gives birth to it to its mouth. There are all sorts of fascinating things. The river can be a path for commerce. Down it comes, boats filled with cloth, knives, sheaves of grain, and so forth. Along its waters run roads on which the goods move from the river to the towns. There is also other life on the river. In the summer, local youths swim in it. They explore the caves and old forts which border it. They catch baseballs with their mitts by its sides. Their elders enjoy a breath of cool air by the smooth flowing waters. Sitting by the river, old men and women may give new life to myths and legends about the river. Ghosts will float from graves, escaped slaves trailed by hard-breathing hounds run through the woods once more. Old tales of strife and fights with gun and knife are retold. The river is more than just rushing water. It is part of the lives of the people who live beside it. It is full of work and festive times. It is a place where one can find both relaxation and relief from boredom. There is no place on earth quite like the river. Shake out your fingers. I hope you kept up with that. You all try your hardest. Try and get every word. It really makes a difference. And so the word that I wanted to give you was so forth. 2 words. It's S-O-F-R-T. Make sure you get that down. Very important. And then you have more than. Remember, more is M-R. Put the N and it's more than. Write these down. And then you've got, there was one more I wanted to give you. Fascinate, baseball, don't forget Babel. Fascinating, fascinate, come back G. Fascinating, okay? And so what I would do is go back to your notes, scroll up wherever we started from with your mouse, go all the way up. It'll take you to your notes. Compare the paragraph in the book to your notes and read out loud over here from your notes. Remember, you've got to master the notes. Very important, you all. You're learning a new language and you have to focus on those notes, okay? So start off reading it at 60 words a minute and then go up to 70. See what you need to work on. Make sure that you're including your periods, commas, and that you're just getting it accurately. If it's too hard for you all, keep listening to it over and over. Go back. I leave everything up. So go back when you have some spare time and just listen to it. It's easy to write it down for your homework. It's hard to hear it and be able to write it. That's where you have to master it. So you listen to my lab, you listen to the lecture, and you practice with your machine. You don't turn that in. All you turn in is your homework assignment. But you have to access everything because Blackboard will take roll, and I need to know that you all are accessing everything, okay? Because it'll affect your grade. And it'll help with your speed test, you all. Remember, your speed test will only cover lessons 1 through, I think it's 14, but some of it gets difficult because you need a 60 unfamiliar that you need to pass. So I will probably be giving that to you soon. So listen to this because they're a little tougher. You need 480 word per minute familiars and then 160 unfamiliar, okay? So I'll probably be giving you a test on that. So make sure that you're practicing, okay? And I will have some speed building up as well to help you all out with that, okay? That's it, you all. Have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions. And real quickly as well, when you send in your homework, make sure you put your initials when you're labeling it at the very beginning, when you're setting it up. In Case Catalyst, right up here, make sure that you, when you're naming your, it's not up here, translate and edit right up here. When you're setting it up, put your initials first and then whatever assignment it is, okay, right up here. Okay? Have a great day, you all. Welcome back once again, and let me know if you have any questions.